Pops World, what's going on? What's happening, y'all? I'm here with my guy, Tom. What's happening, buddy? How you doing?
Thanks for coming.
Good to see you, man. It's been a long time. I've known you since late high school, early college years, when I was doing CrossFit. So Tom actually helped prepare me for college football, going into Westchester as a walk-on. So yeah, that's where those hard days where Tom put me through the ringer, man, and helped me get better. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for that. Good to see you, man. How you been?
It's great to see you.
Yeah.
I've been okay, family and 2 babies now, 4 and 2 years old, and
That's what's up.
Different gym, but
Yeah.
still training people. And it was always fun meeting you and training you with Blaze. And
Yeah,
you'd come
that's
in with
like Blaze.
Blaze,
Yeah,
and
yep.
it's St. Charles blood there. Growing up.
Yep.
So yeah, man, and it's great to see you now. It's great to see what you're doing.
Appreciate you, man, for just giving me the opportunity to sit down with you and just talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And also you opening yourself up to share your story with everybody. So first question I like to ask everybody, man, what got you into the world of fitness?
So actually, it was Clifton Heights football. Going into 3rd grade, I was in St. Charles. I was 8 years old, and it was weight football. So I had to weigh 75 pounds. I'll never forget it. It changed my life forever. And I was 83 pounds. So I had to lose 8 pounds to play for the B team for Clifton football in 3rd grade. And my parents put me on Slim Fast. So I literally drank 2 shakes a day, and I had a bowl of pasta and meatballs, 1 piece of garlic bread, and diet Pepsi. My dad didn't like Coke, so we drank Pepsi.
Wow.
So, and then on the pizza, I got 2 pieces of pizza Friday. I lost the 8 pounds. I had to go to my Uncle Larry's trucking company and my Uncle Alan's trucking company, L&A Forwarding, to go work with the laborers up there and lose weight. And then from there, it was just, football, sports. I never stopped training from that spot, from that point. And then I lied about my age to get a job at the Y in Lansdowne.
The one on Lansdowne Avenue?
Lansdowne Y, and I know Miriam Rinaldi. I still see you, and I'm still sorry about lying when I was younger, but I still to this day knew that I was proficient at taking care of people in that wellness center with training, and I still believe in that today. So I'm so happy I made that decision.
That's what's up,
a couple times I skipped school at Drexel Middle School to go to the Y, and I'm still okay with that. So
that's amazing, bro.
Yeah, and then getting out of the Army, training people out of the park, and then going into 1,000 square foot, doing the whole CrossFit thing, and then getting away from that model of training and going into what we built now years later, just trying to refine it, still trying to just take care of people, families around us. So it started out as like, you've been eating too much salami, cheese, and Doritos when you're 8, into just trying to keep on getting better at it. And it's still hard. It's still hard today at 38 as opposed to 8 years old. 30 years later, like losing fat, trying to get stronger, trying to get fast and conditioned and feel good about yourself and your capabilities. So it's still going on, and it's still fun, and it's still hard and challenging, but I think it's the best to connect like-minded people. So it's like, look at this full circle. You're back here. I love seeing what you're doing.
No, I appreciate it.
And I feel privileged to be doing this.
Very good. No, man, like I said, I appreciate it, man. So when it comes to like your upbringing with fitness and like slowly working your way up to this point, like at what point did you realize that you actually wanted to have your own and build it to the point where you are helping people to the capacity that you are now?
I believe that I realized that I could open up a training facility and facilitate training. When I was in the Army, the things that I was doing in the Army, trying to team people up, there was a training aspect involved along with so much other stuff that we had to do. So it was like, all right, look at this diversity, look at the starting point, and let's let's see the outcomes that we can produce from it, you know, with training. And so I was like, okay, now I can get out, and there's people that want to pay for these things. And I think the approach and the style and the manner that we, you know, put in front of people for training. I try and explain training under my roof, under my training facility, is like an Italian restaurant, right? Where it's like, all right, you're gonna go in, you're gonna eat similar things, you're gonna eat things that you like, and a lot of the stuff we're not gonna have to talk about. We're gonna know your reaction when you eat, and you're gonna grow your palate for a place to see if I'm gonna go back there and eat. And it's a good relationship there. You know, you have a great experience when you go and eat there. And it takes time. And so that's usually the best advice I can give to people as far as like approaching fitness and training, you know, outside in. It's like, just see what your palate can handle. Don't try and do what other people are doing. You know?
So right now you're Fort Delco. What was your gym before?
So we were the Ready Room, right, which was a model based off Ranger Regiment as well. Like we get prepared in Ready Rooms before we go out on mission. So it was like, all right, let's call it a Ready Room training facility. And then the pandemic happened, and we had 2 locations. We were in Swarthmore and we were in Morton. We consolidated to Morton, and then we had to move to this location in 2021. So Fort Delco Gym, this brick and mortar here.
By the way,
thank you.
Make your way over here.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. It always does.
Definitely.
It's not easy. Being a training facilitator is very tough to be in. It's always a challenging industry, but you know, and it's so it was the Ready Room, and before it was the Ready Room, it was just Thomas DeVietro Strength and Conditioning, and Thomas DeVietro Strength and Conditioning, that is the actual business, you know, so like sharing that with you. The other things are names of brick and mortars and copyright and trademarks that we use, you know, so but Thomas DeVietro Strength and Conditioning has always been the main block after CrossFit. After I walked away from CrossFit, and then it turned into the Ready Room, and it developed into Fort Delco.
One thing I can say about my man Tom, yo, working, how can I put it? CrossFit, this guy with CrossFit, man, back when I was playing football, this dude was a savage in CrossFit. Like, to the point where, like, he would put us through workouts, but when we walked in and saw Tommy doing workouts, bro, it was like, don't bother him. Let Tommy do his thing. When it gets done, he gonna talk to y'all. But bro, you were a savage.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, and it's all that is all it ever is just showing people what they're capable of with the 100% effort. And you need, like I said, that's that relentless optimist inside of you. Like, wait, I don't have to be bad right now under this. I can change my reaction. You know, so
what has been the, as a gym, as you know, coming up in the fitness world and, you know, having your own, what has been, like, you know, the one like thing that you had to tell yourself to, like, you know, don't stop, keep going? Like, what was that like?
Every day,
for you?
every day. I wake up 3 a.m. every day. I try and be here by 4 a.m. every day to start my training before I train others and make sure everything's good to go before everybody. You know, I think the approach dictates the setup, and the setup dictates the execution, and then you can refine from there. But it's like, I would say the main thing is focusing on positives and problem solve the negatives, right? It's like, all right, how can I solve this? Keep problem solving in this like optimistic and that takes communication. That's a level up on communication, and you communicate with people that are other problem solvers, and you just keep creating solutions, and it takes time, right? And there's mistakes that happen. You're gonna make mistakes. I've made so many mistakes. I still make mistakes. I'm gonna make more mistakes, and you gotta kind of want to make mistakes to make it hard on yourself, to put your back against the wall. And that's in all realms. That's like finding a place, finding equipment, finding people, finding the right price, finding the way to clean it, finding a way to let people come in, be here, leave. All of it wraps around. So the biggest thing is like, okay, there's so much positive going on. Focus, that's good. Stay there. It's like being in a mine. There's gold right there. Stay right there. Don't leave this mine and go over here. There's no gold right there. And the people and your relationships with people are the gold. It's not the money. If you have good relationships with people that you love coming in, and then when you walk in, you love seeing them there, and that again, you don't have to talk about. It's a big trust, you know, where you can look someone in the eyes and you're like, hey, you're there for me, I'm there for you, and this is great, thank God. And we're all kind of trying to do the same thing because it's tough outside these walls. You know, so you know, just having that little bit of like empathy, staying optimistic, reminding yourself when it is tough and your body's achy or your stomach's hungry, you know, and you want to emotionally eat and do stuff and whatever. It's just staying optimistic, staying a little patient. Just go to bed, wake up, say some good, faithful things for yourself and others that you love and care about that drive you, and then get to work. Make your mistakes and then do it again. You know?
You said you were 38, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be 39 in December.
39. Okay, so at the age that you are now, and if I be honest with you, I'll be 30 in January. If I be honest with you, it's a lot of, you know, you can see and tell it's a lot of older guys that are in shape, more in shape than a lot of younger guys, right?
Yeah.
At the age of 38, for the guys who are your age and making their way up to like the early 40s, what advice would you give them to continue to take care of their body and making sure that their health takes precedence in their life?
Just be aware, right? And you're gonna get scared when you realize the mistakes you made. You don't be afraid of that. You made mistakes, that's fine. But get integrity, right? Talk. You got to communicate. Get your integrity. Like, for example, how many calories I got to eat a day? 2,000. I overate. Okay, I ate at maintenance. I stayed the same. I ate below. You're losing weight. There's no guilt that you hold in, right? And don't be afraid to feel that hunger, to feel that pain, and then you dictate your reaction to it so you can consistently stay on yourself for growth and productivity, proper development. We can't develop if we don't communicate, and there's not that leadership development and that like team building. We all need team building. We all need like this cohesive, like reciprocal energy. And so I say, like, anybody, the youth, it's like, don't be afraid. It's like, all right, I'm eating like this Monday through Friday, and it's all right. I don't have to get down about it, about what other people are doing. I know a lot of people ain't gonna do it. It's outnumbered, right? So it's even, especially the self-negative feedback. You can't just put your F it button all the time, and then you're 30 and you're overweight your whole life, and now we're obese. And because it's not about you. It's not about me. It's about the people that we're doing this for, and we want to be able and capable to do those things for. So, you know, check your strength off weekly, right? Did you push? Did you pull? Did you bend over? Did you sit down? Right? Was it weak or was it strong? Conditioning? Did you get out of breath? Now, did you move while being able to not get out of breath? Check it once or twice a week. How's the eating with the performance? Is there integrity with it? You know, how's the rest now? Are you recovering? Like you're training, you're beating yourself up. Now are you recovering? And so the young guys, you know, don't be afraid to be a little bit of a hard ass. And that's more for like the dudes. And then, you know, obviously ladies getting in shape and younger. Same thing. It's like, don't be afraid to be strong. Don't look at a number of a weight and think that's manly, because there's guys that can't lift that same weight.
That's true.
And it doesn't matter. So don't compare yourself to other people's weights. See what you do week to week, month to month, and then there's 3 things you focus on. Focus, effort, attitude. If you have good focus, good effort, good attitude during your training sessions, let's say you get 2 to 4 sessions in per week and you're lucky to get your 60, 90 minutes, that's what you want to put out. You don't want that inside of you where it displaces. And that's, you know, same with the food. It's like, don't put bad food in you. It's like you had a good day, you had a bad day. Good day, bad day. Well, then your weight's up and down. Inconsistent. So I think they're just simple things. They're always challenging. No, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's always difficult, but try and have fun with it because you can do it. Anybody can do it.
Anybody can. Yeah.
Anybody can do it.
No, they can. They can.
You just have to know you're going to be outnumbered in America.
Definitely.
You know, with the food and the training, you can't expect people our age and above that they trained and knew how to hand down training to the youth. So the youth coming up, you have to expect that they don't, like physical education teachers all wish they could teach more things in gym class at all levels, but they're not allowed to because of the curriculums, and that's another subject, right? You get into the politics of school curriculums and stuff, but everybody wants and needs that. They want to feel capable. They want like I said, training is a privilege. So look forward to the pains and the aches, but no, I love seeing you fight for something. Like, you know, it's cool. It's like I said, it gravitates like-minded people. It's like, man, I want to get stronger. I want to pull myself up. You know what I mean?
That's your Chase was actually when I got them playing football. When I was trying to get back in this shit, like out of football shape, and you know, and just being in shape in general. Chase took me to Aronimid Park. Shout out to Chase too. He took me to Aronimid Park over there on Vermont, I think it was. I hit him up one day when he had his shop over on Vermont. I said, bro, I want to try to get in shape, man. So he was like, all right, cool, let's go to the park. So we went to the park, and he gave me a set number of 10. But he told me, he said, oh, bro, if you can't get 10, he said, that's fine. He said, work your way up to the number 10, in the sense of, if you start off with 2, that's fine. Next set, if you get 2, that's fine. So eventually, me breaking my numbers down, to work my way. Eventually, I'll work my way up to actually being able to do 10 in one set, to the point where I can actually do 10, 15, 20. I'm working my way back up there now. But one thing, going back to you, one thing that you always like taught me, and even Blaze, when we were working out, was to control. When it comes to moving your body in space, right? And even now, like, you know, as I'm getting back into the process of my pull-ups, I always make sure not to kimp and wiggle my way up the bar. If you can't get up, like you said earlier, hold it, and then come back down, and then jump back up.
Yeah, and that's technically a kip or a forced rep, as we used to call them.
Yeah.
And the forced reps, you know, it's just like a push press. Like, you can't strict press anymore. Force one up, hold it, lower it, get some more out of it. You know, so and that's a positive mindset. It's like, don't be disappointed you got 2. Just be like, all right, that's where I start. Now get optimistic, make a simple plan. Put in the formula, and it'll
work.
If you put in the work, it'll work. If you put in the good attitude and the focus, it'll work.
Definitely.
You know, I truly believe whatever we believe is going to work will work. But if you don't believe it, it's like surgery. If the surgeon says you need this surgery and you think you're gonna die, you're gonna die. If the surgeon says we're gonna do this and you're gonna live, you're gonna live. It's the belief system. It has nothing to do. And that is always going to be the mental fortitude required before the physical changes ever occur.
Definitely. If you had, last question, if you had any advice to give anybody who is in their fitness journey now, wherever they may be, you know, at the top of their game or just starting off, if you had to give anybody any advice when it came to just pursuing fitness, and even those who are trying to build something such as what you have here, what advice would you give them to at least try to get started or to keep going?
Best piece of advice I could give is, like, know who you are and know who you want to be. And then go find the type of people, right, that are like-minded and have similar goals and want to team up with you in an optimistically way and work on getting stronger and more conditioned together. And I really do believe it's like, you never stop the communication, right? Don't go back and talk about stuff that you used to do and that what you're doing now and how it's going to change going forward. Make sure you have growing pains, right? If you don't have growing pains, you can't grow. It's got to be painful. And sometimes those things are out of your control, and sometimes you could take charge and make it painful for yourself in the moment, so everybody can benefit from it later on. You know that from training.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, here's the pain.
100%.
All right, wait a week.
Yeah.
Now 2 chin-ups just turn into 4.
Yeah.
You know, and we're controlling things that we can. We're not focusing on negative things, so it's less BS in our life, less stress.
100%.
Yeah, and that's good for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, you walk around carrying yourself more confident.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I appreciate you, man, for sitting down and sharing your, you know, your fitness journey and story with the, you know, with the folks. Where can they find you at on Instagram, and where is your facility located?
All right, so we are Fort Delco Gym in Holmes, PA. That's Ridley Business Industrial Center, Building 6. Our website is www.fortdelcogym.com. You can see all of our services, hours, and pricing there. And then on Instagram, we're Fort Delco Gym, and then my personal one is Thomas Vincent DeVietro, and it's all fitness, family, and food. So if you're interested in those things, you know, give us a follow, give us a like, give us some love. We appreciate it.
Anybody in the Philadelphia, Delaware County, surrounding areas, anybody in the tri-state area, come check my guy out. He definitely will make sure you have a great experience. It's all about the experience. He'll give you a great experience when you come here. Again, my man, I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
Hey, come here.
Thanks,
Come here. Come here. You're
Thanks,
this is great. Yeah.